we are back. Today we have decided to look at our maternity wardrobe, client wardrobe, and show you the difference between budget and luxury, AliExpress, Amazon, that kind of thing, versus handmade couture, gowns, bodysuits, etc.
We've got plenty of both. We used to be shoot and burn, so everything that we bought was kind of on a budget, wasn't it? So we've got...
Yeah, when we were learning, we kind of just bought everything as cheaply as possible, just so that we could learn as much as possible, as quickly as possible. That's a lot of possibles. So let's just dive straight in.
Yeah.
This was literally one of the first dresses we ever bought.
Yeah. And we used this to death, didn't we? Because we didn't have an awful lot at that point, did we?
And I don't hate it. I mean, it's AliExpress.
Yeah, and cheap, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, and like the seams, you can see the seams, which drives me nuts. And it's cheap material, but it served a purpose, and it did look lovely in those photos that we took.
Yeah,
and it helped us get posing down because it's so skin tight. You could see every lump and bump, so you needed to get posing perfect to make it work. But we'll show you some close-ups, and these seams are dreadful. But yeah, so it's not like a horrible dress. It is a horrible dress.
It's a cheap dress.
Yeah. And if it's all you can get at the time, then like we served us well. We made it work.
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes you've got to Photoshop it to within an inch of its life. Like, look at all these seams. Like, there's just threads hanging
one of the
everywhere.
biggest ones with this is the seam that goes down the side. So when that's on the client, you're literally photoshopping that
every single time.
Yeah, taking that off because it tends to kind of fall in the wrong.
As soon as you twist so you can see that bump, you're photoshopping random bits of seam out.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
But it did serve a purpose. It did us...
And it was super cheap.
It was, yeah. And we definitely had our money's worth out of that one.
We did, yeah. On a better note...
Now, the difference being, this is still a cheap dress, and it's still... This one's an AliExpress.
It's another AliExpress dress, but
it
was a more expensive AliExpress dress, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, it's the same kind of concept.
And we had learned our lesson in that you've got to troll through a lot of AliExpress adverts and check every single review with photos and everything
to find the best out of it
before you start ordering. So, and this is also not a maternity dress.
No.
This was just a stretchy dress that we were like, I'm pretty sure that can be made into a maternity dress.
Yeah, so we bought in a large, so there was extra room for a bump. Yeah. But this is very similar to that one in the style, like it's off the shoulder, so again these straps are tucked in, and it's very tight fitting with the fishnet.
It's got padding in the top, so that it was a better shape.
Yeah.
And I think the sequins do a world of justice for this because it hides a lot of the seams.
Yes. So the difference is, I think that blue one maybe cost us like £20-something, £25 something. It was really cheap. And then this one, I think this was around the £80 mark. So again, not expensive for a maternity gown, but expensive for an AliExpress gown.
But it was worth paying a little bit extra because it did make a difference. Again, it's nowhere near the luxury that we order now, because we would never dream of ordering this now.
No.
But it looks fab on the photos, and for things like far away photos where you've got a lot of landscape and other things, elements involved, this is perfect because you're not going to see the little bits of seams and the tiny bits that aren't like would annoy us. It's not great for close-up photos because the quality's not there, but for an AliExpress
spending that bit more
a little bit more money, which at the time for us was a lot more money.
Yeah, it was.
We had never spent £80 on a dress in our lives for the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was well worth it.
It was. Yeah. So that's kind of middle of the road. That's where you kind of go to the next level. But the difference then, when we started buying our designer dresses, these ones are handmade. They're couture gowns, handmade by a designer in Germany.
Katharina.
She is fabulous at what she does. She literally specialises in maternity gowns. Now, these start at around £200 and go upwards from there, don't they? I mean, they sell
up over £1,000.
Yeah, some of them are
They're not astronomical.
Because you get what you pay for. I mean, some of them are a lot of money that some people just can't afford to pay. So this was our first one that we bought, which was on sale. So it made us feel a little bit sick the first time we bought one of these.
But you remember, we ordered it, and I was like, I can't believe we just paid that. And when it came, we were like, oh my God, I can't believe we've never paid this much for a dress before because this is amazing.
So the difference being, there's no like stretchy, cheap material. It's all tulle, and
like the applique, like that.
The detail
is amazing.
Yeah. And you can see that it's all hand stitched, like the attention to detail. These are detachable, the bits on the shoulders. The fact that this, we just tying that up then, we're doing that without even realising. So this is just an extra piece.
This is a small to large, so it fits like the majority of our customers. I don't think we've ever had a customer that didn't fit, if I'm honest.
No.
Anybody who've wanted to wear it is fitted, because it can be tied so tightly that it'll fit the smallest of people, but it also is completely elastic at the back, so that stretches massively, so it'll fit so many differently sized people in one dress. Whereas the cheaper dresses, you buy a small, medium or large, and you've got to buy if you want a full client wardrobe that fits everybody, you've got to buy a couple of sizes in every single dress, which is just ridiculous.
Everything that we've bought so far off has been...
It's fitted everyone.
Yeah, it has. A lot of the dresses, so this was the cheapest one that we've bought. Everything going from there then has kind of been upwards from there as we built our client wardrobe. But everything else has tended to be corseted on the back, isn't it? So again, it's so much easier to pull it right in for the smaller clients and like loosen it off for clients who need a little bit of extra room in there. But
just the layering as well.
The difference.
The weight on the dresses, like everything is just, the seams are perfect. Everything is just, the attention to detail is just amazing.
Yeah, and I don't think you can appreciate until we spent that money and had this dress come back. We haven't bought a cheap dress since the first designer that we bought. We haven't gone back. No. We literally haven't turned back. I mean, our business has developed in that respect anyway. That
we were always moving into the luxury market anyway,
but there's no way that we'd ever go back to AliExpress dresses now, because we know what it's like to have that quality.
Different quality. One was stay on the hanger, the one won't. It's gone.
So bodysuits, that is an AliExpress. I don't think we've actually put that on anyone, have we? Because it is the cheapest material.
Like the seams keep rolling, which is great, because everyone wants to see the inside lining of a bodysuit.
I don't think...
It feels like a wetsuit. It's not even a wetsuit, I don't even know what that feels like.
I don't know, but it's just...
Tent. Like the floor of a tent.
How have we still got this?
I don't know, I have no idea. Probably for this purpose, to show everyone.
And even like the actual bodysuit itself is just...
There's no give.
No, it's the shape. It's just not good. And then this is a bodysuit then from the same designer. So she sells a lot of these to go under dresses that are more sheer. So she does I think she does lots of colours now, didn't she? At the time, I think it was black or nude. But the difference is this has got the give in it that it needs around the bump. So this is specifically for maternity. We've got the caps built in, so there's a bit of support there. We don't need to put a bra on under there. It's got the brass fastening on the back.
And there's loads of fastenings rather than just you do it up and then it's done.
Yeah, exactly. So
and even that's got a bit of stretch in it.
Yeah, it's made for somebody who is pregnant. So
and the difference putting that on a customer over the bodysuits that we used to have, not necessarily our black ones, I don't think we have actually used it, but we've bought a couple of cheaper bodysuits before, and putting that on a customer and seeing them in that, and not having it like pulling in random areas and
pulling high on the hips or
making those baggy creases.
You have it straight to the side. You tend to have like a baggy bit there because they put the extra material for the bump but don't counter for the fact that you're still small on the back. So we've had to like pull in bodysuits before clip them and clip, like big clamps on the back to try and pull the back, even though it's tight on their stomach. It's just
ridiculous.
Yeah, so
when we put that on a customer and it just fitted, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was fab, wasn't it?
Yeah.
100% you get what you pay for. And not everybody can afford to go straight in at this level.
We couldn't.
Oh no, we definitely couldn't. So you've got to kind of go through those milestones to be able to get to that, I suppose. But if you can afford to put that little bit extra into your wardrobe, it makes such a difference and makes your life so much easier because you haven't got to do all the photoshopping afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Saves so much time and effort.
No, it does, doesn't it?
So yeah, I mean, if you've got to go for AliExpress, like we understand, and it gets you to where you need to be.
does.
It is a lot of time and effort photoshopping things out and everything else, but it's got to be done sometimes. But if you can go straight in for the couture designers, do a bit of shopping, because there are some out there that we've been nabbed by a few.
Yeah.
But Catherine, I will leave a link below for Catherine, because she is amazing.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't go anywhere else now. There's a Forever.
Yeah.
Mia Steo is a really good all-rounder, where it's not high-end luxury, but it's a lot better than this kind of thing. It's a little bit of a middle ground.
Yeah.
We have a few of their dresses as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
we tend to go for Mia Steo if we wanted something more kind of tight fitting, because these are all kind of the tulle and all the
big poofy ones.
Yeah, the really nice material and everything. Mia Steo is kind of a middle ground, that you still get the elasticated fabrics, but just done in a good way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the nicer end of the elasticated, tight fitting.
Yeah, and they're still handmade, and they're still kind of, and tailored for maternity. They are specifically maternity. They're just kind of that middle ground kind of price range. But there's plenty out there. There's not plenty out there. I'm saying that.
There's plenty out there in America, and there's plenty out there in more Eastern Europe. I wouldn't say it was East, but it was more Eastern than us. The UK, nothing. So that's great. So if you are a UK designer, please let us know.
I know.
Because we would love to buy off you, because
we've searched
shipping is costing us fortunes.
And we've searched high and low for somebody in the UK, you know, like that. We are, like, there's a massive gap in the market in the UK for maternity gown designer. Just put it out there.
Luxury, high end. Yes. Come at us, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. There are lots more videos coming.
Yeah, and if you can think of anybody that we've missed out, or that you guys love to buy gowns from and we haven't heard of them,
and they ship to the UK.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know, definitely.
See you soon.
Bye.